What's up, y'all? This is I Ride Share Too, and this your man Vince. I'm here posted up, waiting for ping, and roll these windows up, keep this noise down. And I want to talk to you guys about phantom surges. All right, there's a ping right there, and no surge at all. So you know what we say, right? Decline. Phantom surges. So what happens is you can turn on your app and there's a surge going on, right? And then you go in that area and then you're waiting. You're like, oh, I'm not getting pinged for this surge. And that may be because that surge may have actually changed, even though on your app it shows that it's still there. So if you're in an area and the surge seems to not change, the area of it, the numbers, like if you went to a 1.6 area and that 1.6 is just sitting there, it's been sitting there for a minute or two, what you need to do is you need to turn your app, I mean, don't turn the app off, but turn off the app, yeah. Don't close the app. Just turn it off so that you're not waiting for pings anymore. And then hit the button to say that you want to get back online with the app, and you'll see that the surge, most likely than not, will have changed. That just happened to me today, just now. I was sitting in the area waiting for a ping. I thought I was sitting in the surge area. It was a surge area when I first started, but then when I got to the spot where I posted up, it seemed like things wasn't changing. It was just sitting there. So I got offline with the app, and when I did, and got back online, when I did, the whole map changed to show the actual surge. So, and it's crazy that I should be getting, you see how I'm getting these pings and there's no surge attached to it? They need to increase the sensitivity of surges. But they're trying to keep it where they think it may be affordable for riders and still good for drivers as well. So, but for these many pings to be coming in, there should be surge attached to it because that's telling me that there's high demand. All right, but there's not high demand pricing to go along with it. Not enough for me to go out there, and enough for me to accept the rides anyway. So anyway, let me check this map again, and I'm gonna get back with y'all. All right, so I had like 3 rides, and they were all pretty decent. I think I had 2 1.7s and 1 2.0. The 2.0 only went like a couple of miles, but you gotta be grateful for what you get. So it was a decent morning. I've seen worse, I've seen better. And earlier I was talking to you about phantom surges, and I'm starting to believe that Uber may actually have fake surges. They'll put an area in on the heat map or whatever you want to call it. It'll show that the area is red, but in all actuality, there's no surges. I was just in the area like that. I was just leaving the area like that. I'm sitting there, and it's supposed to be in a red area, or designate surge. And I took my own advice. I turned the app off and on a couple of times, and the area stayed red. But I was only getting rides that had no surges, and I decided to leave the area. And then I think I turned it off and on again, and then the surge area disappeared that I was sitting in. So I'm thinking, is Uber doing that just to get riders in the area, knowing that there is no surges? I wouldn't put it past them. Sometimes I think you just need to reset the app, not turn the app off and on, but you know what I mean. I sign off from the app and sign back on to get a surge that's correct. And then I think on other occasions, I think it's Uber just trying to influence drivers to go to specific areas, even though there's no surge connected to it. So I think it could be both, actually. So, and another thing I want to talk to you about is the different type of riders that we get. You know, because if you get 10 rides, you're bound to get 10 different personalities. But there are certain types of riders that are indicative that you'll get over and over again. Like, I had this one young lady today, and I know everybody's had this, the one that wants to give you directions every second of the ride. You know, they're starting to give you directions before you even pull off. I had this one young lady. She jumped in the car and immediately was like, make a U-turn. I was like, wait a minute, can I handle this app situation first and let the app know that you're in the car? You know, immediately she jumps in and, yeah, make a U-turn. And then I accepted the ride, asked her name first. I always ask the person's name, and I would suggest everybody do that. Before you accept the ride, ask the person's name, because you never know. And then she told me the correct name. I made the U-turn, and she was like, just go straight. Go straight. Go straight. I had to tell her, I was like, miss, you said it 3 times. You know what I mean? And I was like, I try to be honest, but and tactful about my honesty. I don't try to be mean or anything like that. I'm just like, you're just one of those type people who have to be in control of the directions on this route. And she was like, yeah, I've been doing it for 12 years. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't mean you have to repeat it over and over again, you know? So she calmed down from that point, but then throughout the ride there was hints of her, yeah, turn here or go there. And sometimes I get those type of people, they're used to one different route, that they want to be insistent on that route, which is not a problem, but good Lord, if you say it once, you don't have to say it 2, 3, 4 other times either, you know. And then there's those people that think this is limousine service. So I had a guy today jump in the car. I'm gonna do a video about this. Watch the different type of passengers. And then there was a guy who gets in the car, and he was Middle Eastern. And then he said, you know, I play the radio when I drive. I play music or whatever. And he was like, he was say, could you turn the music off? And I was like, listen, I play the radio. I play music when I drive. I was like, if that's going to be a problem, then, you know, you can call somebody else. You know, he was going to say, well, I was going to ask to turn the music off while I pray for 10 minutes. And I was like, look, sir, I play the music when I drive. So if that's going to be a problem, you can call somebody else. And I told him, look, I meditate every morning, which I do. And I said, but I do it before I leave my house. You know, why I got to be subjected to the cone of silence because you want to pray in an Uber. You know, you can pray wherever you want and whatnot, but don't make me be a part of the don't make me be a part of the your prayer vigil. You know, I make sure that I make sure that prayer is the first thing I do before I leave my house. That's just me. No matter how busy I am in the morning, I am not too busy to pray. Well, I call it meditation prayer, the same thing. Before I leave my house. You trying to save time with God by saying I'll pray in the Uber? For me, that doesn't make any sense. But who am I to judge and whatnot? If God is supposed to be at the top of your list, but you putting them second and third to everything else, and you're putting them behind the world, actually. So you're saying that everything else in the world is more important to you than Him, right? Because you're saying after I do everything else, then I'm gonna pray. That's just my take on it. So that's why I pray before I leave the house. And like I said, I am never too busy to sit down and say, I'm gonna take 5-10 minutes out of my morning for prayer. So you get those types. And I was just thinking, Uber has this thing now where they charge extra if you want silence. I should have said, well, all right, I'll turn the music off, but it's going to cost you $10, $1 per minute, 10-minute minimum. And then see how much that silence is worth to them. I'm going to do that the next time. Somebody asks me to sign, I'm going to charge them, and it has to be cash. I need $10 cash. It's going to be $1 a minute. 10-minute minimum for me to turn the music off. Watch. Uber's doing it. So, and as independent contractors, that means we should be able to do it, right? So that's what's going to happen. I'm going to charge to have music silence in my vehicle. Watch, that's the next thing I'm going to do. And I'm going to do, like I said, do a video about the different type of passengers. It's going to be, a skit that I'm going to do. But anyway, I hope you guys had a productive morning and a safe one as well. I am going, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And before I forget, I forgot the guy's name, but he said it's funny the way I beat the horn. And I tell him I always beat up the horn, and I just beat up the horn back then. I always punch it, with authority. Get out the way. You see how hard I'm beeping my horn, right? And he said it's funny. So I know when he sees this video, he's like, you did it again. You're beating the damn horn up. Stop beating the horn up before the horn gets stuck again and whatnot. I told him a story about how my horn got stuck one time. I hit it so hard and whatnot. This is in New York. I had a Volkswagen Jetta, and they had the padded steering wheel, and I hit it so hard it got stuck for like 10 seconds. And people were looking at me like, it's not that serious. It's like, it's not me. It's the horn is stuck. I couldn't get it. All right, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you can be alerted to all my new videos that I upload. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace.